Silence is one of the most powerful tools a person can use for self-control. It is often mistaken for passivity, but in reality, it is a conscious choice that allows an individual to maintain composure, avoid unnecessary conflict, and make more thoughtful decisions. In a world where people feel the need to respond instantly, react emotionally, or prove a point at all costs, silence stands as a symbol of discipline, wisdom, and inner strength. One of the greatest benefits of silence and self-control is its ability to prevent impulsive reactions. Many conflicts arise not because of the situation itself, but because of how people react to it. When faced with provocation, criticism, or difficult circumstances, an immediate emotional response often leads to regret. Anger, frustration, or defensiveness can cloud judgment, causing a person to say or do things they later wish they had handled differently. Choosing silence in these moments provides an opportunity to process emotions and respond with clarity rather than impulse. Silence also allows for deeper observation and understanding. When people speak too much or react too quickly, they often miss important details about a situation. By remaining silent, a person can listen more attentively, observe body language, and pick up on subtle cues that might otherwise be overlooked. This awareness gives them an advantage as they are able to assess situations with greater accuracy before taking any action. They become less likely to be manipulated or misled because they are focused on understanding rather than reacting. In personal relationships, silence can be an effective way to maintain emotional balance. Arguments and disagreements are a natural part of human interaction, but engaging in heated exchanges can escalate tension and damage relationships. When one person chooses silence instead of responding with hostility, they create space for de-escalation. This does not mean suppressing feelings or allowing mistreatment. Rather, it means recognizing when speaking further will only fuel negativity. A well-timed pause can prevent unnecessary conflict and allow both parties to reflect before continuing the discussion in a more productive manner. Silence is also a tool for strengthening mental discipline. In a world filled with distractions, constant noise, and information overload, the ability to be silent and still is a sign of self-mastery. Many successful people practice moments of silence daily, whether through meditation, solitude, or simply resisting the urge to engage in every conversation. This practice helps sharpen focus, improve concentration, and develop a stronger sense of inner peace. When the mind is not constantly engaged in external noise, it becomes more aware of internal thoughts and emotions, leading to greater self-awareness and control. Another way silence aids in self-control is by preventing unnecessary explanations or justifications. Often, people feel pressure to explain themselves, defend their actions, or seek validation from others. However, silence can be a powerful way to demonstrate confidence and set boundaries. When a person refuses to engage in gossip, defend themselves against baseless accusations, or explain their choices to those who do not matter, they maintain control over their energy and self-respect. They understand that not every comment deserves a response, and not every opinion needs to be acknowledged. In high-stress situations, silence can be the difference between making a wise decision and making a mistake. Whether it is in the workplace, in personal matters, or during negotiations, those who remain silent when emotions are high often come out stronger. While others may speak out of panic, desperation, or ego, a person who chooses silence gains time to think strategically. They do not rush to agree, disagree, or act based on pressure. Instead, they allow themselves to fully process the situation before responding in a calculated manner. Furthermore, silence builds a sense of mystery and authority. People who speak less are often perceived as more thoughtful and confident. When someone is silent, others pay closer attention when they finally do speak. This is because their words carry more weight, as they are not constantly engaging in unnecessary conversations. Leaders, thinkers, and those who command respect often use silence as a way to establish their presence without having to be loud or forceful. Despite its many benefits, silence requires discipline. It is not always easy to hold back from speaking, especially in moments of anger, excitement, or frustration. However, practicing silence as a form of self-control leads to better decision-making, stronger relationships, and a more composed mind. It teaches patience, resilience, and the ability to manage emotions effectively. Ultimately, silence is one of the most valuable tools for self-control because it allows a person to rise above temporary emotions, avoid unnecessary conflicts, and maintain a sense of balance. It provides clarity in moments of uncertainty and strength in situations that require restraint. By choosing silence wisely, individuals gain control over their reactions, their interactions, and ultimately their lives. Many people spend their lives trying to control every outcome, constantly pushing, forcing, and chasing after things they believe will bring them happiness and success. However, life does not always respond well to force. Often, the more we try to control situations, the more resistance we encounter. Smart individuals understand that sometimes the best way to achieve what we desire is to let life come naturally. This does not mean being passive or giving up on goals, but rather trusting the process, allowing things to happen in their own time, and understanding that some things are simply beyond our control. One of the key reasons why forcing things does not work is that it creates stress, anxiety, and frustration. When people are desperate for something, whether it is success, love, recognition, or a specific outcome, they often put unnecessary pressure on themselves. They worry, overthink, and exhaust themselves trying to make things happen. However, life has its own rhythm, and when we try to force things prematurely, we often make mistakes or overlook better opportunities. By letting things flow naturally, we reduce stress and allow better possibilities to emerge. Letting life unfold naturally also helps us recognize when something is not meant for us. Sometimes, no matter how hard we try, certain relationships, careers, or opportunities do not work out. When we push too hard, we become blind to the signs that something is not a good fit. Instead of accepting reality, we waste time trying to change something that is not meant to be. However, when we trust life's timing, we become more aware of when to walk away and when to embrace new paths. We develop the wisdom to understand that rejection is often redirection towards something better. Another reason why letting life unfold is powerful is that it allows space for unexpected blessings. When we fixate on a particular goal or outcome, we limit our vision. We may think we know exactly what is best for us, but life often has something even greater in store. By remaining open to new possibilities instead of forcing a specific plan, we create room for better opportunities that we may not have even imagined. Some of the best things in life happen unexpectedly, and they only appear when we stop trying to force everything into place. This mindset also applies to relationships. Many people chase after love, desperately trying to hold on to relationships that are not fulfilling or healthy. They try to force people to love them, change for them, or fit into their ideal image of a partner. However, love is not something that can be forced. The right relationships happen naturally without manipulation or pressure. When we stop chasing and instead focus on becoming the best version of ourselves, the right people are drawn to us effortlessly. Healthy relationships should feel like they flow, not like they are constantly being forced to work. Letting life unfold does not mean doing nothing. It means taking action while also surrendering attachment to the outcome. We should still set goals, work hard, and make an effort to improve ourselves, but we should also trust that what is meant for us will come at the right time. There is a difference between effort and force. Effort means working towards something with an open mind and heart. Force means trying to control everything and refusing to accept when something is not working. When we learn to put in effort without force, we move forward in a way that feels natural and aligned with our true path. Patience is a crucial part of this process. In today's fast-paced world, people want instant results. They want success overnight, love without struggle, and answers immediately. However, real growth and fulfillment take time. Flowers do not bloom faster because we pull on their petals, they bloom when the time is right. Similarly, our lives unfold in the best way when we stop rushing and start trusting. When we practice patience, we develop inner peace and resilience, knowing that everything will happen in the right moment. Letting life unfold naturally also strengthens our faith in ourselves and in life. When we stop trying to control everything, we develop a deep trust that we are capable of handling whatever comes our way. We no longer fear uncertainty because we know that even when things do not go as planned, they are leading us towards something valuable. We replace fear with confidence, knowing that life is always working in our favor, even when we cannot see the full picture. Ultimately, letting life unfold without force is about balance. It is about knowing when to take action and when to step back. It is about trusting that what is meant for us will come, while also being prepared to receive it. It is about understanding that life is not a battle to be won, but a journey to be experienced. When we stop trying to force everything, we find peace, clarity, and the freedom to embrace life as it comes. And in doing so, we realize that the things we once chased so desperately have a way of arriving naturally at exactly the right time. Observing and understanding more is a skill that separates wise individuals from those who merely react to life. In a world where people are constantly rushing, talking, and reacting without deep thought, those who take the time to observe their surroundings, situations, and people gain an undeniable advantage. Observation allows a person to pick up on details that others miss, understand the motives of those around them, and make decisions that are not based on impulse, but on a deep comprehension of reality. The ability to observe and understand more is not just about watching and listening, it is about developing a mindset that prioritizes awareness, patience, and wisdom. One of the key benefits of observation is that it helps people see the truth beyond words. Many individuals rely solely on what others say, assuming that words always align with reality. However, a careful observer knows that actions, tone, body language, and subtle behaviors often reveal more than spoken words. Someone may claim to be a loyal friend, but their consistent absence during difficult times says otherwise. A person may promise honesty, yet their shifting eye contact and nervous gestures suggest deception. When one develops the habit of observing closely, they become better at reading situations accurately, avoiding misunderstandings, and protecting themselves from manipulation. Understanding more comes naturally when a person pays attention to details that others ignore. Many people operate on the surface level, only acknowledging what is obvious or immediately relevant to them. However, deeper understanding requires looking beyond the obvious. It involves noticing patterns in behavior, recognizing unspoken emotions, and connecting information in ways that reveal a greater truth. For example, in a work environment, someone who observes not just what is being said in meetings, but also how people interact with one another will develop a stronger sense of office politics, power dynamics, and future changes before they are officially announced. This ability to read between the lines allows them to navigate situations with greater wisdom. Observation also improves decision-making. When people act without fully understanding a situation, they often make choices they later regret. By taking time to analyze and interpret information before acting, one can make decisions that are not based on temporary emotions, but on long-term benefits. A person who observes carefully before investing in a business deal will notice red flags that others might overlook. Someone who pays attention to how a potential partner treats strangers will gain insight into their true nature before committing to a relationship. In every area of life, understanding comes from careful observation, and with understanding comes better choices. Another powerful effect of observation is that it enhances emotional intelligence. Many conflicts arise because people fail to understand the emotions and perspectives of others. They assume that everyone thinks and feels as they do, leading to misinterpretations and unnecessary arguments. However, a person who observes and listens carefully will notice subtle emotional cues, allowing them to respond with empathy and wisdom. They will recognize when someone is acting out of insecurity, frustration, or fear, and instead of reacting negatively, they will approach the situation with patience and understanding. This ability to read emotions makes them better communicators, leaders, and friends. In addition to improving personal interactions, observation deepens self-awareness. People who take time to reflect on their own thoughts, actions, and habits develop a better understanding of themselves. They recognize their strengths and weaknesses, identify patterns in their own behavior, and become more intentional about personal growth. Someone who regularly observes how they react in stressful situations, for example, may notice that they tend to become defensive when criticized. With this awareness, they can work on responding with more openness and calmness in the future. Self-observation leads to self-improvement, making a person more conscious of their actions and emotions. Developing the skill of observation requires patience and discipline. In today's fast-paced world, people are quick to speak, react, and judge without fully understanding a situation. However, those who practice mindfulness, slowing down, listening more than they speak, and truly paying attention gain a level of insight that most people never reach. They avoid unnecessary mistakes, protect themselves from deception, and build stronger relationships based on genuine understanding. Understanding more also leads to a deeper sense of peace. Many people experience stress and frustration because they misinterpret situations or take things personally. When someone cuts them off in traffic, they assume it is an act of aggression rather than a mistake. When a friend does not respond to a message, they immediately think they are being ignored instead of considering that the friend might be busy. However, a person who observes and understands more will not jump to conclusions. They will analyze situations from multiple perspectives, reducing unnecessary stress and allowing them to move through life with greater ease. Ultimately, the power of observation is one of the greatest tools for success, both personally and professionally. It allows individuals to see reality more clearly, make better decisions, and navigate life with wisdom and awareness. Those who develop the habit of observing more and speaking less naturally gain a deeper understanding of the world and their place in it. Instead of being controlled by external forces, they become masters of their own perception, choosing to act based on knowledge rather than assumption. By embracing the power of observation and deep understanding, one gains the ability to move through life with clarity, confidence, and purpose. Silence is often misunderstood in relationships. Many people associate it with weakness, avoidance, or a lack of communication. But in reality, silence can be one of the most powerful tools for strengthening connections and maintaining peace. When used wisely, silence demonstrates emotional maturity, self-control, and deep understanding. It allows individuals to navigate conflicts effectively, protect their energy, and build stronger, more meaningful bonds with others. Instead of reacting impulsively or engaging in unnecessary arguments, those who master the power of silence in relationships gain the ability to communicate with greater impact, resolve issues without escalating tension, and preserve their emotional well-being. One of the greatest strengths of silence in relationships is its ability to prevent unnecessary conflicts. Many disagreements arise not because of real issues, but because of how people react in the moment. A simple misunderstanding can turn into a major argument when emotions take control, leading to hurtful words and actions that damage the relationship. However, silence allows space for emotions to settle before responding. When one partner chooses to remain calm and not react immediately, they give both themselves and the other person time to reflect. This often results in a more thoughtful and constructive conversation later, rather than a heated argument that leads nowhere. Silence also serves as a tool for setting boundaries. In any relationship, whether romantic, familial, or platonic, there will be moments when one needs to protect their peace. When someone repeatedly disrespects, manipulates, or drains another person's energy, silence becomes a powerful response. Instead of engaging in endless explanations or defending oneself against baseless accusations, silence sends a clear message that certain behaviors will not be tolerated. It establishes self-respect without the need for confrontation. People who master the art of silent boundaries do not allow themselves to be pulled into toxic cycles of arguments and justification. Instead, they step back and let their absence speak for itself. Another way silence strengthens relationships is by promoting deep listening. Many people listen only to respond rather than to truly understand. When two individuals are constantly talking over each other, neither is absorbing what the other is saying. However, when one person chooses to remain silent and listen attentively, they create space for the other to express themselves fully. This leads to greater understanding, reduced misunderstandings, and a deeper emotional connection. Silence, in this sense, is not a lack of communication, but rather a form of active engagement that prioritizes understanding over response. In moments of tension or crisis, silence can also provide clarity. Sometimes taking a step back from constant discussion allows people to process their thoughts and emotions more effectively. When a relationship is facing difficulties, endless debates and overanalyzing can make matters worse. Instead, stepping into silence for a short period allows each person to reflect on their true feelings, priorities, and the best path forward. Many people find that after taking time to be silent, they return to the conversation with a clearer perspective and a more productive approach. Silence can also be an expression of unconditional love and support. Not all emotions need immediate words. Sometimes simply being present in silence is more powerful than any speech. In moments of grief, sadness, or deep reflection, a silent presence can be more comforting than forced words of encouragement. Many people do not need advice when they are struggling. They simply need someone to sit with them, hold their hand, or offer their presence without trying to fix the situation. Silence in this way becomes a language of love, allowing people to feel supported without the pressure of conversation. Moreover, silence can protect relationships from unnecessary drama. Gossip, criticism, and negative discussions often weaken bonds. Those who engage in unnecessary talking about others, spreading negativity, or constantly voicing frustrations without purpose often create toxic energy in their relationships. However, those who choose silence over gossip, restraint over unnecessary complaints, and wisdom over impulse create an environment of trust and respect. They understand that not every thought needs to be spoken, and that sometimes the strongest relationships are built on shared understanding rather than excessive talking. In romantic relationships, silence can also add depth and intimacy. Many couples assume that a good relationship requires constant talking and engagement. However, true connection is often found in comfortable silence. When two people can sit together without feeling the need to fill the space with words, it shows a deep level of trust and security. They do not rely on words to validate their bond. Instead, their presence alone is enough. This kind of silent connection is a sign of a strong, mature, and deeply rooted relationship. Ultimately, silence in relationships is a sign of strength, not weakness. It takes strength to resist the urge to react immediately. It takes strength to listen when emotions are high. It takes strength to walk away from unnecessary conflict instead of engaging in endless arguments. It takes strength to allow silence to speak where words would fail. Those who understand the power of silence navigate their relationships with greater wisdom, self-respect, and emotional intelligence. They create connections that are built on trust, understanding, and respect rather than constant noise and reaction. Silence, when used correctly, becomes one of the greatest tools for fostering strong, meaningful, and lasting relationships. In a world that glorifies constant action, movement, and hustle, the idea of manifesting success through stillness might seem counterintuitive. Many people believe that success comes only through relentless effort, nonstop work, and an aggressive pursuit of goals. While action is undoubtedly important, true success is not just about external effort, it is also about internal alignment. Stillness, when properly understood and practiced, is a powerful tool for clarity, focus, and manifestation. It allows individuals to connect with their true purpose, eliminate unnecessary distractions, and attract success effortlessly. One of the greatest advantages of stillness is that it creates space for clarity. Many people struggle to achieve their goals not because they lack ability or opportunity, but because their minds are cluttered with distractions, doubts, and conflicting desires. They rush from one task to another, reacting to life rather than intentionally creating it. However, when a person embraces stillness, they allow themselves the opportunity to reflect, analyze, and gain a deeper understanding of what they truly want. In moments of stillness, they can separate the noise from their real purpose and make decisions that are aligned with their vision. Stillness also enhances focus, which is essential for success. In today's fast-paced world, distractions are everywhere. Constant notifications, endless to-do lists, and external pressures make it difficult to concentrate. However, those who practice stillness develop the ability to shut out the noise and focus on what truly matters. Whether through meditation, deep contemplation, or simply pausing before making decisions, stillness helps individuals direct their energy toward their highest priorities. This focused approach allows them to work smarter rather than harder, making progress in a way that feels natural and efficient. Another powerful effect of stillness is that it strengthens intuition. Many people ignore their inner voice because they are too busy moving forward without stopping to listen. However, the most successful individuals understand that intuition is a valuable guide. When a person practices stillness, they become more attuned to their instincts. They recognize patterns, sense opportunities, and make decisions with greater confidence. Instead of second-guessing themselves or relying solely on external advice, they develop an inner knowing that leads them toward success with less resistance. Stillness is also a tool for resilience. Life is full of challenges, setbacks, and unexpected difficulties. Those who constantly react to every problem with panic or overexertion often burn out before reaching their goals. However, those who embrace stillness learn to respond rather than react. They develop emotional control, allowing them to approach challenges with a calm and strategic mindset. Instead of forcing solutions out of desperation, they allow the right answers to emerge naturally. This ability to remain still in moments of uncertainty gives them a significant advantage over those who are easily thrown off course. Furthermore, stillness plays a crucial role in manifestation. The law of attraction teaches that what we focus on, we attract. However, if a person's energy is scattered, filled with doubt, or consumed by anxiety, they often block their own success. Stillness allows individuals to align their thoughts, emotions, and energy with their desires. It creates a state of mental and emotional balance where positive opportunities flow more easily. By visualizing success in stillness, maintaining faith in the process, and trusting that the right opportunities will come, individuals increase their ability to manifest what they seek. Additionally, success is not just about achieving goals, it is also about well-being. Many people reach financial or career milestones but still feel unfulfilled because they have neglected their inner peace. Stillness allows individuals to cultivate success in a way that is balanced and sustainable. It reminds them that success is not just about external achievements, but also about internal harmony. Those who practice stillness find that they enjoy the journey, avoid burnout, and experience a deeper sense of fulfillment in everything they accomplish. In a society that values speed and action, the idea of stillness as a pathway to success may seem unconventional. However, some of the most successful people in history have understood the power of stillness. Great thinkers, leaders, and innovators often take time for reflection, meditation, and quiet contemplation before making major decisions. They understand that in stillness, they access deeper wisdom, greater creativity, and a stronger sense of direction. Ultimately, manifesting success through stillness is about balance. It is not about doing nothing, but rather about knowing when to pause, listen, and align oneself with the right path. It is about moving forward with clarity and purpose rather than rushing blindly. It is about trusting that success is not something to be forced, but something to be attracted through intention and alignment. Those who master the art of stillness discover that success comes not from constant struggle, but from a state of inner power and peace. Trusting the process and letting go is one of the most challenging yet rewarding mindsets a person can adopt. In a world where people crave control, certainty, and immediate results, the idea of surrendering to the natural flow of life can feel uncomfortable. However, true success, peace, and fulfillment often come not from forcing outcomes, but from allowing them to unfold in their own time. Trusting the process means having faith that everything is happening as it should, even when the path is unclear. Letting go means releasing attachment to how things should be, and instead embracing what is. Together, these two principles create a powerful foundation for personal growth, resilience, and lasting success. One of the biggest obstacles to trusting the process is the need for control. Many people believe that they must micromanage every detail of their lives to ensure success. They plan excessively, worry constantly, and struggle with anxiety when things do not go according to their expectations. However, life is unpredictable. No matter how much planning and effort one puts in, there will always be factors beyond human control. The economy shifts, relationships change, opportunities appear and disappear, and setbacks occur. Those who cannot accept uncertainty often find themselves in a constant state of stress and frustration. On the other hand, those who trust the process understand that setbacks are not failures but necessary parts of growth. They know that even when things do not go as planned, they are still moving forward in the right direction. Letting go is closely connected to trust. It does not mean giving up or being passive. It means releasing the need to force outcomes and instead allowing life to unfold naturally. When people hold on too tightly to specific expectations, they often miss out on better opportunities. For example, someone who insists that success must come in a particular way may overlook unexpected doors opening in different directions. A person who clings to a failing relationship out of fear of change may block themselves from experiencing a healthier and more fulfilling connection in the future. Letting go allows people to remain open to new possibilities, trust in divine timing, and accept that what is meant for them will not pass them by. Another key aspect of trusting the process is patience. In an age of instant gratification, many people become frustrated when their efforts do not produce immediate results. They abandon their goals, lose motivation, or feel discouraged when they do not see progress right away. However, meaningful success often requires time. Just as a seed does not grow into a tree overnight, dreams and aspirations take time to develop. Those who understand this remain committed to their vision, even when results are not immediately visible. They trust that every step, every challenge, and every delay is shaping them into the person they need to become. Trusting the process also involves learning to embrace discomfort. Growth often comes with uncertainty, difficulty, and moments of doubt. Those who resist discomfort often retreat into their comfort zones, preventing themselves from reaching their full potential. However, those who embrace discomfort see it as a necessary part of the journey. They understand that every challenge is an opportunity to develop resilience, wisdom, and strength. Instead of fearing uncertainty, they welcome it as a sign that they are evolving. One of the most powerful lessons in letting go is understanding that not everything is personal. Many people take disappointments, rejections, and failures as personal attacks. They internalize setbacks, believing that they are not good enough or that life is unfair. However, those who trust the process recognize that setbacks are not punishments, they are redirections. They learn to separate their self-worth from external circumstances and understand that everything happens for a reason, even if that reason is not immediately clear. Another benefit of letting go is the peace that comes with acceptance. When people stop resisting what is and start embracing the present moment, they experience a sense of calm that cannot be shaken by external events. Instead of constantly worrying about the future or dwelling on the past, they learn to appreciate the journey as it unfolds. They find joy in the present, knowing that everything is happening in divine timing. This state of inner peace allows them to move through life with confidence and grace, attracting better opportunities and relationships along the way. Ultimately, trusting the process and letting go is about faith in oneself, faith in the journey, and faith that everything is unfolding as it should. It is about understanding that control is an illusion, and that true power comes from surrendering to the natural flow of life. It is about realizing that life is not meant to be forced, but to be experienced with an open heart and mind. Those who embrace this mindset discover that they do not have to chase success, happiness, or love when they trust the process and let go. These things naturally find their way to them.